You could go 1-4, you can go 1-3-1, depending on how the mid lane matchups plays out. And G2 definitely took what happened in game 1 to heart, because this is as big of a Hansama 1v9 comp as you can do. I'm thinking back to the...
Long. We had a couple of good emotes already. Scout of the week finds the stun. Bramble smash backwards to the sapling toss. It's 4 minutes in, so I don't want to overblow this. But I do think, chronically, you mentioned it in the previous game, looking at the Yasuo, looking at where Yike's pathing and decision-making is, as Mickey's in trouble, take it out. That's a solo kill in the bottom lane. Unable to punish the flashless Janna. Flame Chompers come down, Shun waiting in the wings, teleports out. Grab him, not going to find the route just yet, but the TP will be at middle lane.
But this is a mess for Oak. Caps going in, Oak forced the cleanse and flashes away, but this is a mess here for G2 because you need this wave to crash so then you can actually try and achieve something. Yagao needs to roam out of mid, but he's frozen the wave in itself.
Shun's nearby, This is a 4 versus 3, but Hansama is so incredibly low. Howling Gale won't find its target. Dark Sphere, followed up by the root. Mickey's tanking the shots, and G2 get a kill. Now Yagao is joining. Level 5, doesn't have Spirit Rush available yet. Elk, blue and purple. He's caught by the Howling Gale. That should slow down any follow-up. And G2 escape. They pull up the... And now, once the backup is there, once the tower, the wave is starting to thin out, BLG, they will start this dragon stacking. The first of the game, a little bit of a pivot from the previous one. Ward will spot out here from Mickey and Hansama. Howling Gale steal would be insane. I just don't think it's going to happen. And while that's happening, keep your eyes on Yike. He's making his way towards the top lane.
But there's not really much you can trade it for. Sure, you might get a couple of extra camps for Yike, but in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't mean much. Maybe you get the kill into Bin here.
Well, time to go all out. Broken Blade using the into form. That's an advance over the wall. Forces the flash once again. Reminder, Bin lost that in the 1v1. Sapling toss out. Counter-Strike finds the stun. Leap to the minions. Yike's only level.
Or getting him killed.
But that's the thing. It's like, even if you get the... Oh, hang on.
Beautifully done! BLG combo in the middle lane.
They should be able to.
And they desperately need this. Top lane is fairly even, but mid is heavily in favor of Yagao. Bot lane is heavily in favor of Elk. And the fact that G2 haven't been able to keep control over this bot side and have allowed BLG to get entrance, get vision, get Elk shoved, needs to stop. Otherwise, G2 are just slowly but surely going to bleed out as they get towards these later fights. So this Rift Herald needs to get into the hands of Hansama and make sure that they can, a range advantage, can actually push up and start to take these. Now Shun is still here. Yike has disappeared and Mickey's very close to that wall.
Oh, Mickey! Caught by the prison! Forced to flash! Manages to Monsoon and buy between Bin and Broken Blade.
Bin!
What's going to happen here? Bin teleports in. 4 members of G2 are around. He's rooted in place, locked up, held down, buying time, finds the stun. Broken Blade forced to tank it out. Nature's Cross comes down. Here comes Yagao. That gets the flash out of Broken Blade. G2 Esports get a kill. It goes to Hansama as well. And now they're going to try to apply more pressure on the tower. Caps, can he find the stun?
Oh, Caps
finds it, unleashes the power. Where's the rest of the members? That goes golden. Yagao using the stopwatch. Flame Choppers will not connect. On has arrived to the fight as well. Mickey's going low thanks to the glitter lance, and Shun is making his way top as well. 4 members of G2 chasing. The weak are scattered, and Yagao's wild growth manages to keep him alive. G2 on full retreat now. Tower still a focus. Multiple plates have fallen. Shun will get a kill back onto Caps. Flashes forward. Shun now looking for Hansama with the Arctic Assault. He's slowed by the glitter lance. Cleanse comes out once more, and Hansama still running for his damned life. Will be taken down by On. 2-1-2 and Supportal combat reigns supreme. Are being sucked into the chaos that G2 are proposing and saying, mate, we invented this, come on, man, and taking them down.
But it also is kind of like BLG going back to their style, right? When you think of what BLG did domestically, it was, hey, look, Elk is going to be our major carry for the later game fights. We're going to have Bin on a carry. Yeah, go, cool. You just play for facilitation.
You're so far away. To be fair, it wasn't the most, the largest investment from Yike. Super Mega Death Rocket went just a little wide. G2 Esports will pick up their first tower of the game. They will get themselves the objective back as well, so play it safe and allow Bin to just do Bin things.
So, Dagger, how do you... Oh, hold up!
Well, let's find out. Yeah, that's an engage following onto Yagao. Caps has still got the ult available. Teleports completed. Bin and Broken Blade arriving. 4 members of BLG are surrounding G2. Broken Blade's going low. He's still got all out and may not get a chance to use it. Forces the kill back, and Yike now flashes to safety. Howling Gale comes up. Monsoon is available. Mickey may need to pull a trigger so incredibly soon. Glitterlance falls just short. Zap tags on to Elk, and he flashes forward through it. Bin finds another, and BLG...
One skirmish. What if we just hard 5v5? And when you're a Felios, who is an item up, isn't even needed to win. It's not looking good.
And Elk literally just ran Sam and Mickey around the map. They're like, I can 1v2. This is fine.
There.
And now you get the Rift Herald into the base.
Well,
G2 are still trying to figure out the style they want to play against BLG. We saw this Gragas Yasuo combo in game number 1. Now G2 trying to go a bit more standard for what we see in the meta at the moment, but that's not really working out for them. So for G2, what do they do after this? Because BLG aren't going to stop.
the kills used. Nature's Cross dropped as well. Shun's thrown out the prison, but remember, this is just to keep members of G2 alive. Scatter the weak forward, captures the target, manages to escape for another. Here comes Bin. Caps flashes over the wall. Moonlight Vigil doesn't find anybody. The Howling Gale catches Elk. He used his flash earlier, and G2 find the kill. They find the shutdown. They find life in London. That's another secured onto one. The third onto Yaga.
To BLG AD carry, and now Shun and Bin, they're still around though.
They are indeed. There's no blast cone available. 2 members versus 5. This Baron's taking time. Sapling is going to spot out Shun for now. He can Arctic Assault over the wall, but he won't. The Baron's secured. It is not where I thought the game could be thrown, or at least a lifeline given to G2.
As well as a Baron.
Please keep in mind, that is a neutralizing force. G2 Esports need to use these Baron-empowered minions to buy time, to pick up farm. There is still a significant disparity. There is also 20 seconds before the Dragon's Soul, and Broken Blade is the target. Shun has already used his ult. Yagao finds the charm, may need to Spirit Rush over the wall, and does so. Shun is jumped on. Hans Summers looking for another kill. He secures it and finds the shutdown. Copper Box goes mad as Yagao's now on the retreat. 4 members of BLG stepping away. The Mega Death Rocket will not find its target, and this is the first Dragon for G2. That gigantic lead has been squashed. The rest of G2, the fact that Broken Blade's been able to pick up a couple of kills is very good. They are applying pressure. They are diving real deep here.
But that's a lot of what BLG will try and do when Bin was on things like the Jax. It's just that in times past, they'd have something that could facilitate him, like a Galio, or even something that could help control the pace of a fight like a Veigar. That's not what BLG have here with Yagao on the Ahri, and right now, G2 are just better set up to deal with this BLG squad as they try to jump on them. Top tower falls, mid is next in the menu.
And it's going to be taken down uncontested. Both the mid lane engage onto him as well as the river.
Oh.
Now, Yike, will he get out of this one? Scatter the Weak comes out. Flame Chomper's down. And that will be an easy kill.
Bin actually getting on top of Hans. You're in deep trouble.
The Charm doesn't find the target. Scatter the Weak! Unleashed power! Top quadrants seem to be prioritizing Baron Vision. And there's a teleport in here. Is it G2 starting the fight before the objective? Caps and Yike moving forward. Broken Blade is the target of Shun, and Bin gets the third Q. Yagao tagged, stepping backwards, waiting for the Nature's Cross until that's thrown down. I don't believe the fight is happening.
They're trying to see if they can deal with BLG before Elk can really swap over. You can see him desperately trying to get to his red and white. He needs to get rid of the Infernum if he wants to do so. G2, they move over towards the Baron.
Howling Gale will throw up Shun. Prison is unavailable. Mickey already exhausted. Nature's Grasp is down. Bin is looking to hop into the pit. He does so, but the Baron's secured by G2 in an ensuing fight. Shun is going forward. That's a resurrection coming out now for Bin, and the damage onto one sends him packing. Elk has not been able to fire. Elk did not get the red-white, but it's G2 that find themselves the kill. They've got the Baron already, and Broken Blade is holding members of BLG in place.
G2 learned a lesson from the last buffs. You're in trouble, and the TP comes through.
Broken Blade went to the bottom lane. G2 Esports are completely grouped up, but it's Yike that's tanking it for now. Shun is locked off from the rest of the crowd. Summer gets another, gets excited, and gets on the front foot. Elk will take him down, but not before Caps kills Elk. G2 Esports have got the numbers advantage. G2 Esports coming back from a gigantic deficit. 30, 40-second death timers. Are you not entertained, London and the Copper Box? As G2 will pull a rabbit out of the hat. Let's not forget that it was the counter-engage. It was punishing BLG, but it's not done yet. Bin needs to be taken down by G2 and is done so. The Baron Empowered Canyon Minion helping out. The Nexus turret will fall. The Nexus will be the focus. Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, we've got a series on our hands.
It's a team fight meta, and G2 says, all right, we hear you. We'll draft for team fights. And this is the result.